talk about a baseball team that was located right here in Forest Park. And we're not talking about a little league team, but a professional team of women.
The Parichy Bloomer Girls. This guy was the namesake and owner, Emery Parichy. He was a community man, owned an Oak Park roofing business, was the school board president of the former Proviso High School, the Forest Park Library Board president, and the chairman for fundraising for Loretto Hospital. In 1934, seeing a lack of baseball museums in the country, he started his own, the Forest Park Baseball Museum, 2 years before the National Baseball Hall of Fame and Museum in Cooperstown opened. This museum was located in his Oak Park office, just a small room filled with baseball memorabilia. In his 1991 interview with the Forest Park Review, Parichy said he asked Kennesaw Mountain Landis, the commissioner of the MLB, to contribute to the collection. The first item? An autographed picture from Landis. Parichy wasn't just a run-of-the-mill fan. Ironically, he never played baseball. He stopped going to school after the 6th grade to start working. He was a businessman from a young age. Being a businessman, Parichy wanted more control over roster management, and his impact on the team was momentous. In 1944, the Bloomer Girls got their crack at organized competition when the National Girls Baseball League was established. Based in Chicago, it was organized with Parichy's help. Even the 1920s Illini football star Red Grange became the league commissioner. The league had 6 teams: the Bloomers, the Bluebirds, the Chicks, the Cardinals, the Music Maids, and the Queens. By 1948, the league would have an annual attendance of nearly 600,000. Now the Bloomers had some competition, but they also had a state-of-the-art stadium for the era. Parichy Stadium had 5,000 seats and was located at the northwest corner of present-day Harlem and Harrison, near the I-290 Expressway. One night, the chairman of City National Bank of Chicago, Philip R. Clark, drove past the stadium and its sizable crowd, and noted to Parichy that the stadium was as beautiful as Wrigley Field. Parichy didn't stop at a stadium. He also wanted the best players he could get, so he started scouting for prospects throughout the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The most notable prospect was the Bakersfield, California native Wilda Mae Turner. She was 4 years removed from high school when she joined the Bloomers in 1944. She was, by many accounts, the best pitcher in the world. Parichy told the Forest Park Review that she had a fastball that would suddenly drop at home plate. Her nephew claims her career earned run average stood at 0.14. Her obituary claims she had 84 straight scoreless innings as an amateur. Parichy's management of talent made the Bloomers a contender in the short-lived league. In 1947, they won the championship, and a triumphant Parichy said their goal was to win another one in 1948, and he predicted it. They were champs again the next season. The team's success made them the attraction in town. You can ask Pat Malone. He was a ball boy for the Bloomers in 1953.
It was always filled.
But so was the newness of women playing sports during the late 40s and early 50s.
It was different, girls playing softball, and like at the playground, we never had girls playing softball.
Parichy saw to it that his roster was entirely composed of women. Before his ownership, men would often dress as women and substitute at catcher and pitcher. And rather than wearing bloomers on the field, as was done in the past, players were expected to enter the stadium in skirts and change into shorts before stepping on the field. The team even hired a beautician to keep the players pleased. And as Jackie Robinson broke barriers in the majors, the Bloomers also sported a left-handed pitcher in the 1940s named Gwen Wong, who was Chinese-American, and in the early 50s, Nancy Ito, who was Japanese-American. Parichy remarked the cost to operate was about $20,000 per year, and he only ever had one profitable season. Parichy said he paid Turner $5,500 for 14 weeks. Other players averaged $80 to $125 per week. The league itself had financial imbalances between the owners and the players over salaries. In 1955, the league folded. While the league faded, the construction of the I-290 interstate began. Eventually, the state-of-the-art stadium was torn down. Emery Parishi was eventually inducted into the Illinois Softball Hall of Fame in 1980. Wilda Mae Turner's baseball career ended in the early 50s, and she went on to employment outside of baseball. She became the first woman inducted into her hometown county's Hall of Fame in 1975 and died in 2006 at the age of 82. The history of the Bloomers has kept afloat since the mid-50s. The now folded National Pro Fast Pitch team, the Chicago Bandits, held a night honoring the National Girls Baseball League by wearing retro jerseys. and articles have been published every few years in the Forest Park Review as a reminder of what took place. They were one of many trailblazers. They were the women in blue. They were the Bloomer Girls.